Hi, everybody. It is Super Bowl Sunday. If football is your thing, wins. Well, actually, I hope my Chiefs win. And I hope you have a good Sunday. Want to start with the fact that, as promised, we're getting showers out there. And actually, this is turning out to be a more kind of wet day than I was expecting. Although I still think when we look at the rain gauges later today and Sunday night, that we'll see valley rain amounts generally averaging a tenth of an inch of rain or less. The rain has been more widespread up to our north, which is where a surface low is, and we're on the tail end of this low system. Pardon me, that's pushing across the area. So we keep the shower chance alive today, tonight, and actually I've added kind of an ongoing spotty shower chance in the forecast tomorrow, but still odds are good if you have plans on Monday that you're going to find dry weather. I want to show you two water vapor imagery loops, and this is going to set the stage for what I really want to talk about, a change that's coming this coming week. So here it is, the usual Pacific view that we show you. See the little green area here? This little surge of moisture. You see it just nosing inland right in here. That's giving us the rain showers. There's a surface low to our north, and again, the trailing cold front dropping across our region. There's a dry wedge back in here, and actually, we do expect some ridging to take place on Monday, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough just to totally wipe out the rain chance. So, although I think Monday gets back into some developing sunshine, there will be at least a spotty shower chance. Okay. Um, and then we get back into some shower chances on Wednesday after a dry Tuesday. I want to now flip and show you an image up over Canada. And if you watch my hand cursor right here, see the kind of bluish faded white colors? This is a slot of dry weather that's flowing out of Canada, just starting to nose down into North Dakota and Minnesota and Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. This is a Canadian high. And we're going to get into several migrations of cooler weather dropping down across the US this week and then into next week. And it's going to set the stage for a much colder outlook for the back half of February than I have been talking about. So, with that said, let me jump to the European upper flow pattern and we'll take you through a couple of things. The American GFS model largely agrees with this. I think this does a better job of kind of highlighting some of the actual features. The European model I want to show you. But so on this Sunday, right up in here, see the little trough where you see the blue colors? That's what we just saw on the water vapor imagery, a Canadian high dropping south into the Great Lakes from Canada. And again, here's that 540 contour I like to point out. That's kind of the polar jet of the colder air. So that's cold air on the move. Here, back to the west, you see a little trough right here. That's a little disturbance that's going to continue to bring us scattered showers on our Sunday. Okay, now let me play this into midweek. There's that interesting, by the way, that we go into Monday, that cold trough digging over the northwest, and there's a cold upper level low intensifying up into the Tennessee Valley. Those two could combine for a pretty decent snow event potentially. I haven't overly looked at it, but just looking at nothing but this flow pattern. And again, this is Monday overnight. You've got to assume there's cold air and moisture producing some snow up into the Ohio Valley and up into parts of Pennsylvania. So it's going to be interesting to kind of keep a look on that. There's that low moving up the East Coast into Tuesday morning with cold air filling on the back of it. So that would be kind of an inland northeasterly, if you will. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Now, you see a separate trough with some cooler weather in our area coming in Tuesday into Wednesday. And then what I really want to show you is, let me just keep hitting my map. This is Wednesday morning. See the second low back here? So this is another Canadian high that's kind of dropping down. And this one, I'll show you more on this in a moment, I think is going to set the stage for something we haven't seen in a while. And that's a return to gusty east winds. We haven't seen that in a while. But developing slowly on Wednesday, and then by the time we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, those of you in the gorge and those of you on the east side that really get hit with those gusty east winds out of the gorge, I think we're going to be well underway with some east winds. Are going to be also not only gusty, but advecting cold air into our area. So we do have ongoing shower chances as we get into the back half of the week. Here's Thursday. This is the cold Canadian air trough, the second one over Minnesota. But again, at the surface, we're getting some cold air feeding off of it. And while this does show some ridging, maybe into this coming weekend and potentially some warming, this also shows, let me back it up. This also shows a cold low approaching out in the Pacific. So this overall is a pretty active flow pattern that has more cold air features in it than warm air features. Here's the European model, and this is that air mass 850 millibar, 5,000 feet map. So you're looking at these blobs of air and this green, blue, purple, like this one right here. This is the cold air we're looking at. This is the cold air with that kind of inland northeaster Wednesday along the Atlantic. And then here's the colder air that we're looking at with east winds feeding through the gorge, setting up Wednesday, and then particularly becoming gusty on Thursday and a Friday. I mean, look at this. This air mass extends from the Pacific Northwest. The heart of the cold air is Montana into the Dakotas. This is Friday of this coming week. So again, this is east winds slowly developing Wednesday. All out gusty east winds, 40, 45 miles per hour, gorge into East Multnomah and Clark County. Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. And then over the weekend, we should get some moderation, which this shows with some warmer color. But there are more potential cold air patterns dipping into our area as I look all the way into the first week of March. Again, this is a total flip-flop of the warm back half of February and the first part of March that I have been showing you, or preaching to you, if you will. Now, east winds. Thursday, this doesn't show you direction, but I can tell you what the direction is going to be. This shows you this will be an east wind, 20 mile per hour winds in the gorge Thursday morning. Notice how these increase. Here we are going into Friday. Now we've got 31 mile per hour winds. Now we've got 38 mile per hour winds to 40 mile per hour gusts easily going into Friday noon. We keep the 35, 40 mile per hour wind gusts here in the gorge, this little highlighted green, yellow bullseye as we go into Saturday. And then, by the way, out here in the Pacific, this is south winds gusting with a flow of moisture coming in. And I'm going to show you my 7-day in a moment, but keep in mind, this is Saturday morning at 4 a.m. 38, 40 mile per hour east winds blowing out of the gorge, feeding off of that cold Canadian air. So that's low dew points, right? That's cold air advection flying into the valley. At the same time, there's a low center out here throwing some Pacific moisture inland Saturday. And at this point, I'm going to show you my 7-day. It's at least possible that we would have some wintry precipitation being in an icy mix or some snow with temperatures around freezing Friday overnight and Saturday morning. So again, there's lots going on, lots of moving parts to keep an eye on, and that's what I'll be talking about in the coming days. A quick check of what's going on this Sunday. Again, it's 11:30 on the Super Bowl Sunday morning right now. Boy, the day parking lot, Timberline looks full, doesn't it? Cloudy skies, an ongoing chance of some light rain, light snow, to maybe even a wet mix, because I mean it's warmer than I expected. Timberline 32, Meadows 39, Ski-Bowl 34. The snow level is around 4,000 feet, which means this should be mostly snowflakes in the air, but it's wet at Government Camp, 39 degrees. All of the passes are wet. Not expecting travel to become an issue today. And with mainly dry weather Monday and dry weather into Tuesday, no travel issues really expected over the high country. I want to just focus on some temperature forecasts. So this is a current map of temperatures. So right now, 11:30 in the morning on this Sunday, it's 36 up in Spokane. Salem's warming nicely, 52. Notice we got a little southerly warm push down in Southern Oregon. There's Eugene, 54. Portland's at 46. Not too bad. Now, let's check out the 7-day numbers for Spokane. Remember, Wednesday into Thursday, we start feeding off of that cold Canadian air that's dropping down over the Dakotas and into the upper Midwest. So look at what that does. By Thursday, a high in Spokane, 33, Friday, 34, Saturday, 37, a mix of rain and snow showers. So again, now you're seeing evidence in some of the local forecasts of some cold weather coming our way. I would expect the same thing, not quite as cold down in Baker City, but not warm either. A chance of rain, snow mix with daytime highs in the 40s and overnight lows freezing. What about Central Oregon? 48 degrees right now. A nice day over there. Mostly sunny skies, 53 today, 47 tomorrow. And then Wednesday's the day to start looking at cold air advection. Slight chance of snow showers and rain mixing, 42 a high. By Thursday, highs only in the 30s. And then Friday, chance of snow showers, 39, 39. Again, obviously this is not Arctic air. Remember, I've been saying Canadian air, but it is a pattern that would hold our temperatures, well, not frigidly cold. It would hold our temperatures below normal for this time of the year. So we'll keep an eye on all that. I'll click on one more thing. Let's go down to Eugene. So it's very possible that when we get cold air coming across the Columbia Basin, Eastern Oregon, blowing through the gorge into Portland, the back half of this week, that when you get away from the cold outflow from the gorge and you get down into the South Willamette Valley, it will be much warmer. And that's what this shows. Eugene, 48 on Thursday, 51 on Friday, 50 on Saturday. So interesting to watch all of that take place, and we'll see how it plays out. With that said, here's my 7-day forecast on this Super Bowl Sunday. So we already have 50s. We just saw down in Salem at this hour. Portland a little bit cooler, but still gets up to about 52. If you just look at the moisture fields aloft, we could see some thinning in the cloud cover for some sun breaks this afternoon, but I don't think it's likely. I think it's more likely that it's cloudy and we continue some scattered light showers. Tomorrow, absolutely expecting some sun, but holding on to at least a spotty shower chance. Tuesday, the nicest day upcoming. I've got us 54 after a frosty start. Tuesday morning, frosty start, and then bam, nice warming. And then Wednesday's the day that cold Canadian air slowly starts to fill in. East winds start to pick up. By Thursday, we're to the gusty east winds, Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. Daytime highs well below normal. Normal's now low 50s. I've got Thursday only 45, Friday only 44, Saturday only 43, with at least that chance, and this may change, but right now that chance I'm eyeballing, we could have some wintry frozen precipitation, even sticking in spots Saturday morning. During the day, we'd warm up to 43. So that is my update for now. If you haven't subscribed or your first time watching, I hope you hit the subscribe button. That helps me out. My weather site that I've been utilizing here to show you is portlandweather.com. This is my own property. This is my custom 7-day for the Portland area that I do. And if you're watching this, especially from the Northwest, and there's an area you would like me to spend more time on, I do read those messages, so please send it my way. For now, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, wishing you a pleasant Sunday, and we'll talk soon.